Okay, so I will close this one right now and open our project, whatever we practiced, just a small project. Here we defined the relationships,
Yes.
and yesterday at the end, I gave you a practice workbook in which I explained you about the first project in this one, that this is your project design, having some WBS and having some activities. Then the last of one, there is a C point, assign the relationship type as finish to start and schedule. That means every activity is connected with its successor as finish to start.
Okay.
So if you have more number of activities, every time you have to assign the predecessor, so that will take some time now.
Yes.
You select the activity, you assign predecessor, then select second activity, then assign predecessor. So is there any way so that we can connect all activities as finish to start within a minute? So if you have you you have to select all the activities first to last in every WBS. You can select all the activities first.
WBS.
No, under all the WBS, whatever. Suppose we have any activity here also. We have activity in here also. We have activity in here also. So what we can do, we can select first activity. We can select last activity. So all the activities got selected. Now do one thing, do a right click. There you will find link activities. Link activities means every activity will connect to its successor, just next activity, as finish to start. So you just click on link activities. When you click on link activities, they all will get connected. So this will save your time. This all relationship lines will occur. Now if we schedule, you can find all the activities are linked as finish to start. This will save your time. Now suppose there are some activities with other relationship. We have like suppose there are 10 to 12 relationship between activities, but we require some relationship as start to start. So what you can do, just select all the activities first, assign finish to start, then go to the activity, check with predecessor and change its relationship now. And second one where you have to change, second one, last one where you have to change, just take it. Now we have to change only the three relationships and schedule it. Now it saved our time, because first assign all the activities as finish to start, then change accordingly whatever is there any condition other than finish to start, so you can change that thing. So this will save your most time. Got my point?
Yes.
This is more beneficial to assign the relationship. Now the thing is there any other thing how we can connect the activities, relationships, or how we can connect our activities? I will guide you. We have added these two activities. Now these two activities doesn't have any predecessor or successor. So if you go here and click on this activity, you can move this activity. This is a free activity because doesn't have any link. Do you want to add start on after constraint on 2nd December? Because we try to move on. We moved it till here. If this activity doesn't have any relationship, so you can change the activity start date only and only with the help of constraint. If you don't want to use the relationship, you can change any activity start date or finish date with the help of a constraint only.
Okay, so
there we will use constraint.
okay,
If
constraint is required then.
I agree with this one, so my activity will move. Now, if we select this activity, you can check its start date. This moved to 2nd December, and you mentioned a constraint over here. So you can check at the time. You will find there is a star.
Yeah, star means constraint.
Star means there is a constraint you applied.
Okay.
This will so you don't have to search that on which activity you applied the constraint or on which not. So you can go on with this star one.
The end activity will have the link, but okay, the predecessor will not come. The end activity predecessor will not come, but successor will be there for the start activity also the same case.
Now suppose you want to define its successor. So you can define with the help of Gantt chart also. How? Just move your cursor at the end like this one. When this symbol came, this black arrow, you see the cursor? New activity. When this black arrow came, now click and hold mouse left click. Now this one. You have to press and hold the mouse left button. I will come back over here and now left.
So
that means
link.
Finish to start of this activity you linked.
Okay.
Now schedule it. Because you have connected this finish to start, so this will move like this. Now since yesterday to today, you see whenever we change any relationship, whenever we mentioned or we can say we feed any value in lag or lead, or like now we applied any type of constraint, to see the changes we have to schedule every time. Then after only we get the update.
Yes.
Is there anything so that we can save this work every time we have to schedule and schedule and schedule? So how we can do the automatic scheduling? If we do any changes, so program will automatically do this thing, scheduling. That is also possible. Now the thing is how. So you can go to the schedule option. When you click on schedule, this schedule window will come. In this window you have options. Click on these options, you will find many things, but we have to see only this one. Schedule automatically when a change affect dates. You can enable this one, you can close this window, you can save and schedule once only. Now suppose these two activities are as start to start. I will select this one. I will change this start to start as, let's say, finish to start. It automatically schedules. Now you don't have to schedule every time. Now we applied the constraint on this activity as a start date. Now if we want to connect this one to this one, this will move. Okay, and you can check this move to 2nd December, because if you select this one and check its status, select any activity and go to the status. In status you will find there is a constraint option. There is a constraint applied start on or after. We have applied a constraint start on or after 2nd December. 14th December is after the 2nd December. That's why it moved. But I will do one thing. We have connected this one and this one, no? Select this one Go to the predecessor. Now remove this relationship. This is what we have. Now you can check again, go to the status, check the constraint, start on or after 2nd December we have applied. Now if we change this constraint to mandatory start on 2nd December, and now you want to connect this one to this one, now what will happen? This activity not moved according to the relationship, because you have applied a rigid constraint on this. Now you got the idea what constraint are doing. Now first we learn about constraints. This is a brief idea we are giving. Constraints, we can say in general language, are the foundations we are applying on activities start or finishing date. In Primavera, constraints we can divide into two types. First one are called rigid constraint, or we can say inflexible. Second one are called flexible constraint. Rigid constraint or inflexible constraint means there is mandatory constraint, mandatory start or mandatory finish. Like if we applied a constraint mandatory start on 5th December, that means that activity has to start on 5th December. There is no any relationship that will change that date. That is rigid, because that cannot move according to the relationships.
मतलब लिंक किया है तब भी नहीं
तब भी वो move नहीं होगा. That is rigid. That's why it is called rigid constraints. Now, flexible constraints are of two types. Like you can say start on, or you can say finish on. You can say start on or after. You can say finish on or before. Now if you selected start on, there is a flexibility. If you applied a relationship, it can move. But in here we can even able to give a range. Suppose we have constraints according to types also. First one is called primary constraint, and next one is called secondary constraint. Suppose you have assigned a mandatory constraint, that means there is no any requirement for secondary, then this requirement will not come, because that will mandate, that will bound to that specific date. But if you applied any constraint like start on or after 5th December, then in 2023, in 2024, all the dates are comes after 5th December 2022. Now we said after 5th December, this is called primary constraint. Now in secondary we defined before 20th December. That means we have defined a range that you can start this activity from 5th December to 20th December or in between these activities. So if we move on to the software now, and we will select any activity, this one, go to the status, there we have some constraints like this one, mandatory. So this is rigid. Now if you check, there is no any requirement for secondary. This is disabled. Now if you change this one to like start on or after, whenever you selected, you can check that it will automatically move because you give them the flexible constraint. Now this will start on 14th. 14th will come after the 2nd December. Now I will give the limitation again. Start on or before 12th of December. Now 12th of December. Now if you can schedule it, either this will only happens on 14th December because this is flexible constraint. It will give you the flexibility. It can move according to the relationship while you applied a constraint also. But if there is a rigid constraint, that will not change according to the relationship. That is not required any relationship. That will work. That's why that is called rigid. That is not flexible. But in practical life, when we are working in construction industries, either that is oil and gas, either that is building construction, highway construction, constraints, use of constraints or maximum use of constraints are not taken as a good practice. If you doesn't have any, doesn't find any type of relationship with which activity I will attach this one, after which activity I can start this one, but you have the idea only this, like after the starting of project, at least after 3 months we have to start, like this only you have the idea. That is the same thing, like if you don't have the expertise, so you don't know. So but I just rough idea you have that after 3 months we can start. If you have this data, so you can use only the constraint, otherwise you will never use constraint directly. If 99%, if you have the relationship, you can define the activity start or finish date with the help of relationship, then you can always use only the relationships. This is not a good practice to apply constraints anywhere.
But once we applied in several area, while adding the field, we can come to know which are the activity constraints are given.
Yes, with the help of this star icon, you will understand that any constraint is applied or not.
Star is one of the checkpoint. Other than that, in the field, right click, add constraints, so it will show what are the constraints against each activities are added. No? So by that we can recheck later stage.
Like you can do one thing.
Add constraint, let us say. Column.
Right click, go to columns, available options, group, list. I will do one thing, I will remove these values first because we have too much values here. Now you can search for नहीं, you cannot add any column of constraint.
Next madam, we can recheck and reconsider. नहीं है, constraint का एक column होना चाहिए.
No. No.
Spelling.
Primary constraint is there. Okay, primary and secondary like this.
उसको ऐड करें और secondary भी ऐड करें. That is for filter.
Primary constraint, secondary constraint, everything is shown.
तो इसका मतलब कि we can even rethink or reconsider later.
Exactly.
Also.
You can add the column, so you can get an idea on which activity you applied the constraint, and you can check which constraint is there only a rigid or we have applied a flexible constraint. If there is a flexible, that means there is a secondary constraint also. you have used, so you can get all the idea while adding this constraint. Okay, but again I told you this is not a good practice.
That we understand. No, it is required. I remember there are cases constraint. For example, you have ordered an item.
Yes.
There is an equipment. It will come for, there is a manufacturing plan. Let us say 6 months. 1 month is your transit time. So 7 months. So from now, let us say by next March 15, only it can arrive at site. That is your mandatory constraint.
Exactly.
There are
At
cases,
that time you can.
There are cases we have to apply. Otherwise, we keep on manipulating the dates and all. It will not give the realistic schedule. I understand.
Exactly.
There are, it is required in some of the cases.
And the second thing, what you have to keep in mind during scheduling, if there is any activity which is left as open end. Open end means, I will show you, we have analyzed a project for critical path. We have an project now. Okay, here we have that one, we deleted this data. Okay, do one thing, I will open the Excel and I will show you. We have discussed this activity now. Now A, B, C, D, not here we have. Here we have, like first activity A to B, B to C and B to D. That means B is a predecessor for C and D both. Now D to E. But this C activity end is not connected. This is called free end.
Free end,
Okay, now I will do one thing. Close this one and this one. 5 activities we required. This one is C, this one is D, this one is E. Now the durations are 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Now A, go to the predecessors, window, select B activity, assign A as a predecessor, C, B as a predecessor, D, B as a predecessor, E, D as a predecessor. Now close it. Now see this relationship. C end is opened. Like this you cannot left any activity. If you don't find anything, so you do one thing. Obviously you have added FOP, finish of project, and this one as a finish milestone. So what you can do, you can connect the open end of any activity with your last one. Connect this one with your last one.
But again we have to put condition, otherwise the date will get changed. I have faced that.
For which change?
I will tell you, MS project also I was doing the same. Even Primavera I had taken the training earlier. I recall a condition saying, statement saying that no activity can be opened. I apply the same rule. So I have to link it somewhere. Whether you link it with the milestone, you will link it with some other immediate activity.
Because when you connect this end of this C with the end of project milestone, that means you will find the lag value. Plot value. When you find this plot value, now this is how you can exactly 2 days plot. Now that means you can delay this activity either 2 days more, but you cannot left as it is.
I understand the reason of saying this principle, but again practically there are activities which cannot be linked with other activity, and even there is no relation. I will show you one.
Suppose
in MS project I prepared.
no, suppose you left is as it is as open end, and either you will connect this with finish milestone. So that will not change anything for that activity. That will not change its date and all.
It case by case, and some cases it will get affected also. I faced that one.
Okay.
But I understand why it is not be open-ended, but practically, let me show one.
Sure.
So it is live project scheduled. Okay, it is in MS project only.
Yes.
But no constraint and project tracking, nothing is applied. It is just a schedule. So here, so most of the things are interlinked. There are phases like this is open-ended.
Yes.
There is no meaning to link with other activity number one. Okay. Yeah.
Because that will not change also the flow.
This here also nothing else because the linking is come in between which affect to the other structures, related structures. It is finally to meet our end date. So
thing is, if you connect all the ends to finish milestone, that will not affect anything.
I understand. I will not.
But this is a good practice, so you can connect all the things. That will not left as a open.
I will experiment that also.
Yes. That will not change anything. You can experiment.
You see this one, more than 1,000.
Yes.
Or almost 1,000. Let us say it's a big project. It's a ongoing live project. But if we make it in a private way, it will be very good. And MSP also I know only the basic. I don't know much. So these are. But look, it's okay, fair.
This is what in Excel or in PDF you have?
MS project. MS project PDF file.
PDF file you have.
Okay, we can connect it with the nearest.
We can connect. Like suppose if C and we are going to successor, if we are like it's finished on 16 November, no? If we remove its successor again, now also it is 16 November. That will not affect any date. But the thing is, we cannot left it
open
as open end. These are the things called as constraints. So types of constraints and procedure how you can apply the constraint.
Sorry.
Sure. Now second thing after constraint we have here codes. Now what are the codes? As you do some work in Excel or in MS project, so we have some options to sort our data. We have sorting, we have filter, to group our data. For that type of work, we can do in Primavera with the help of codes to sort our data according to our need. We can define the codes, we can apply those codes either on activity, either on WBS or on project. Whatever the data we want to sort, we can apply. But to apply the codes, first we have to create. Like we can create the activity codes, we can create the WBS codes, we can create the project codes, we can create the resource codes. We can filter these things, we can sort the data. Like for an example, if we go to our project tab, we have too much projects here. Now projects are sorted according to EPS only. Suppose we want to sort these projects according to their location. Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore. What projects, how many projects, according to locations we want to rearrange them. So you can do these things with the help of codes only. So for that we required codes first, then we have to assign those codes, then only we can able to sort them. So how we can do these things, we have to learn that. So now go to the enterprise tab. In enterprise tab you will find there is resource codes, project codes, activity codes, role codes, all the codes are here. If you want to apply on project code, that means you have to create the project codes first. Now we will click on this project codes. When you open these project codes, we have some sample codes already available in Primavera. According to business process, these are the process of our business. Now change this category to location. Location we have like this: Australia, Russia, China, India, Europe, Brazil, Latin America, North America. We have these one. Now suppose we don't want this. We required according to, so I will do one thing, I will delete this one, or let's keep it as it is and create another one. So first you have to create the category, then under that category you have to mention some content. Let's say click on modify. If you want to create a category first, so you have to go to the modify. You have these categories. I want to add another one, so I can click on add. Let's say I will updated location. I will add like this, updated location. I will now close this window. Now in updated location, because we just create this category, for this category you have to add all the locations you want to mention. I will add Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai. Now DLI, now Mumbai, now Chennai, now Bangalore. I have created these two for locations. So accordingly you can create any category and you can add the data for that category. Now close this window. This is how we can create the code. Now we have to apply those codes to the projects. Only after that you can able to sort the projects according to codes. So how you can apply those codes to the projects? You can select the project, you can go back, there is a code window, like in activity there is a predecessor window. In similarly you have to apply the project codes, so you have to be on project window, select your project. Now go to the project detail window, there you will find code, go to assign button. Now here just search for updated location category. Suppose this project Bharat Vandana Park, this is Dwarka project happen in Delhi, so we will assign Delhi. Now renovation, let's say this is happening in Mumbai. Now refinery in Chennai. Now city center in Bangalore. Now Nesbitt building in Chennai. This one in Mumbai. This one in Delhi. So like this you can assign all the projects location accordingly. After assigning, I had left these projects because we have to repeat each same things. After assigning, now how we are able to sort? We have created the code, we have assigned the codes. Now we have to sort our projects according to these codes, and the code category is updated location. So there is the option of group and sort. You can find over here, and you can right click over here and you can find group and sort. Okay, now you can find your customize group by EPS. You can search over here updated location. Okay, select this one, now apply. Okay, now you will find these are in Delhi, these are in Mumbai, these are in Chennai, these are in Bangalore, and no updated location. That means we have not assigned any updated location code to these projects. So you sorted data according to your category or according to your need.
So that while how you assign the while right click group one so that
How we assign the code?
No, assigned I already see.
Yes.
But the group one.
Group and sort. Either you can click on this group and sort button.
Okay.
Go to the customize.
Okay.
There is a group. This by default this is selected as EPS. Now you have to change this group and sort customize condition according to your category. We have created updated location category. So select that one and click on apply. That will filter accordingly. So project codes are for projects.
Okay, if you want to bring back to the same.
Then select again as EPS and click on apply. This will go back.
Okay.
Because as a default these are in EPS. We want to sort according to location, we can sort. We want to sort them according to the priority. You can define the priority category and you can assign that this is low priority, this is medium, this is high priority. Like this you can define. You can apply first and then you can sort. This is what the codes are working. Now go to activities. Let's say we have some activities, or we can add more. We have some activities and we want to filter these activities as start, finish, or whatever. Let's say we want to filter. First learn about the activity codes again. Similarly, go to the enterprise. There is an option for activity codes. Go to the activity codes. Now in activity codes we have category. Go to modify and you can create your category. Let's say I will create category according to levels. Now close. Under level I will define 3 levels, suppose. Second, third. Level 1, level 2, level 3. 3 levels I defined here. Now what we have to do? We have to assign these activity codes to the activity. So close it. Now select the activity, go to the detail window. There is no any code option. So how we can assign? It is not possible. So you have to add the code option in here. So right click over here, go to the customize. The same thing as we do in columns. In customize, just search for codes, select last one, add it. Okay, now codes are added. Now select the codes, select the activity, click on this assign button again. It will come. These 3 levels we define. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Now first activity, let's say in level 1, second one in level 3, third one in level 2, next one is level 2, next one in level 3, next one in level 1, next one in level 3, next one in level 2, next one is level 1, this one is level 3, this one is level 1, this one is level 2, and we have left 2 activities. Now we can close this window. Now what will happen? We will again sort them. So where we have to go? Group and sort. So go to the top toolbar, select this group and sort option. Click on group by. Search for the labels. Click on apply. Click on OK. Now you will find label 1 activity, label 2 activities, label 3 activities, and no label. For these two activities, we have not assigned any code. That those comes under no labels.
So why we do this grouping and sorting?
To categorize activities according to priority, according to advantage is like this. Some activities are you have to take more specific focus on those activities. If you have thousands of activities and you have like fifth one is important, 100th one is important, 105 one is important. So you have to every time scroll down, no? Fifth one to check the 100th one to check this one. So you can categorize.
So the Gantt chart is going, which is disturbed, let us say.
Not disturbed basically, because this is created according to this data. If this tabular data will change, so Gantt chart also change. So this will show you the important one on the top, the less important one, and if there is no any focus you want, you can go. Because this is not what changed your relationship. Relationships all are the same as usual. Only that you change the order to check the activities status and all. Okay, this may be required or maybe you never used. That will. Now again click on this. Now according to WBS, we reset it because this is what according to WBS happens. Now second thing. Suppose we don't require group and sort. What we required just focused on critical or non-critical. So we have an option as filter here. We can use the filter so that we can filter out critical or non-critical activities. How? You can click on this filter. There is an option critical activities. You can use on this critical, apply, okay. Now only the critical will show. Similar as in Excel, we can use the filter. Again click on filter, disable this one. Suppose we want to check only the non-critical, we can enable non-critical, apply. Now only the non-critical are shown. If you reset it, you have to deselect all the things, click on OK, then all the activities will come. Suppose any activity, right now we don't discussed how we can update our activity progress and all. Let's say for some activities we have some actuals, like some activities are worked as finished, some activities are ongoing. Like this we have some activities, okay, having some actuals and all. So you can use this only activities those are completed. These are the activities which are completed. Only the activities in progress, not completed and not started, in progress basically.
So not started even.
Not started means if
Progress
there is
means
no any actual.
No, progress means in progress means started.
Started and
Going on.
having some actuals, not completed.
Not complete.
So in progress, click on apply. These are activities in ongoing activities basically.
So why is that bar, red bar is coming like that?
Because we have updated on the same date. We have updated
Achha, that is
50% completed.
that
This is this data date will give you a brief idea.
Achha, later deadline.
Exactly. The thing is, uh, this is our start date, and we have do that on the this start date. A and this activity are 50% completed. That means we are running like ahead of schedule. So that will deviate in forward direction.
Acha, that is why it is.
If we running behind the schedule, this will deviate opposite direction.
Okay, so
With the help of this line, you can understand your performance.
The activity which is ahead of the line, that only will take like that.
Yes. If this is in left direction, that means you are behind the schedule.
So if it's a multiple activity, so
Yes.
it will go
This can
zigzag like.
Zigzag. This can work as a zigzag.
Okay, okay.
Okay, this all we will learn later on when we learn how to update the project and all.
I have requested few more days from my company. So if that is the case, we will have little more days. So I have to learn everything.
Not an issue. Either that is 2 days, that is 3 days, or that is 10 days training. I every time complete each and everything.
No, that
I not left anything. My main purpose is this: if you learn everything, so that you have completed each and everything also during practice, so you can implement those
see
things.
one thing. My demerits letters. In type Primavera I learned earlier in card center. Yes, yes, I am telling you. But in my company it was not required, so there was no need of practice. So what I learned I forget. Maybe it is my drawback. And I also understand that some of the things they did not cover even. The trainer who was given that. So it was not beneficial to me. So one thing is there was no continuity from my side because there was no possibility. Other side, many topics they did not touch even. So it was no use for me. So
Especially when you are fresher, you don't understand what is covered up and or not.
Yes, yes, yes.
When you go to the industry, work 2 or 3 years at least, in the same field, then you came to know that what are the topics especially required to work in this specific type of industry or specific type of job, so that you can discuss with the trainers and all. This is what happened. And in the education, you can feel every trainer is work as a job part, like it has to complete the 9 hours and go to the it will not they will not focus on the quality of the training.
No, those time what happened that this software was not much popular. Even trainer also not much
Aware of these things.
trained and all. I still
Exactly.
record. So I learned from Dwarka card center.
Dwarka
That
sector
was the
10.
main thing.
Dwarka sector 10.
Sector 10. But see, that person is in even UK after 2 years. Now he settled in England only. He was a Tamil guy. And I recall that he was not well trained in that time.
Actually, the thing is, whatever training trainer board, those are only the theoretical part. They knows every aspect as a theory only, not as a project or industrial application. That is the main reason they are not able to satisfy the industry guys, because they have the tool knowledge, but they don't understand the situations, whatever happens in real time at the site. That is the main reason.
That is the main thing.
These are the things. Okay, so now you understand the use of group and sort, filters, how you can, these are only about to sort, how you can sort your data, either with the help of filters you can use, and group and sort. For group and sort, first you have to apply the codes, then you can able to sort your data according to the codes you applied. These are the two things happens. Okay, this is what we have in here, like how you can apply types of codes. We have applied the project codes, we have applied the activity code, but we have not applied resource code because we don't covered resources till now. That's why we left this one.
Okay.
Okay, after covering how we can create the resources and all, then we can cover up resource code also. But the same format is there. Like first you have to create the category, then you have to specify the values under that category, and then you have to apply for the resources. This is what we have related for schedule, because this will affect your scheduling data. Now after this, here comes roles and resources. These will affect your project budget. From this you will create your project budget.
It's
Now we will start this one, but first we will close this one so that